Let's get it started and high. Let's get it started and yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we're going into it. 2-man Grift, 3-card Monty. Let's talk about these scammers. Let's talk about it. Let's get the exposure, exposing, bringing light to the cockroaches. Watch them scurry back into their shadows. Because these are cockroaches. Now, with the TI community, with the Gangstalking algorithm here on YouTube, people have misconceptions, okay? They think that if there's foul play, it has to be a part of a grand scheme Gangstalking program. Not saying that that surveillance apparatus doesn't exist, those capabilities don't exist, but they're not happening to everyone that's claiming on the internet. We need to be honest here. Okay, there's not enough resources, not enough evidence. Okay, live through it. It's definitely a real thing. If you're a real TI, you're listening, then you kind of understand the real knowledge. Okay, when you live through it, it's different from researching it. Because I was actually a person that researched the gang stalking for about 6 months. I've already said this before many, many times. The Stop Invasion of Privacy YouTube channel, Wasim Hadid, guy in Toronto, and I looked at his channel objectively, okay, as a conspiracy theorist. And before that, I researched a lot of conspiracies, Illuminati, Freemasonry, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Not an expert, but I know a little bit here and there. Okay. So when I looked at his channel, I understood what gang stalking was, and I knew that it wasn't happening to me. Okay. And I was actually like kind of wanting it to happen because you're like, I don't believe in this shit. Like, I would think I would last through the program. That's what I was thinking. Oh, it's a program to kill you. I think I would last. Like, that's why I didn't really want it to happen. But when you first start getting it, there is an excitement period. Okay, like a disbelief of like, wow, like they really are sending all these people to follow me, harass me. These patterns are orchestrated, and whatever happened, you are now being gang stalked. And it's fucking, you're not seeing normal shit. Okay. And it's not your fucking misconceptions in your head. It is actually happening. So there is a level in the beginning where it's like you're in a fucking movie. Uh, you know, you hate the harassment, but you're like, it's like being in a mystery, basically. You like, if you're anything like me, you're gonna become like a detective. And I think that's a good thing because it shows that it keeps them from getting away with too much. Okay, especially if you're accurate with whatever your little detective work on what's happening to you, because no one's gonna help you. Everyone's gonna fucking point you in the wrong direction. So there has to be a level of agency where you're able to fucking figure this shit out on your own. Okay, and there's an excitement level that comes with that. So, but just a long story short, as the asshole that was just in here fucking left, because I'm supposed to be able to read their mind because I'm a picture. My logo is a brain, so I'm supposed to read your mind and know. That's how fucking Gen Z acts. Like, if you're talking, if you don't read that Gen Z person's brain and say exactly what they want, they fucking just like tune you out and like leave and shit. It's like, dude, what's the point of talking then? Like, you know how talking works, right? It's not what you want coming out of someone else's mouth. Just talk to yourself in the fucking mirror. But anyways, it's called abstract thought. If you weren't an NPC, you wouldn't be leaving basically because you would hear out what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go back to what I'm talking about. But the reason why I brought that up is before I was targeted, there was a grace period where I knew about gang stalking and I was looking for it and I did not see it for the life of me. Okay. And it gradually came on. Okay. So we're not going to go into all the fucking mystic stuff that happens with all the electronic weapons that are fucking syncing with your brain, that process. and the pre-surveillance process of the gang stalking. But I'm just telling you, if I wasn't being fucking gang stalked, like I just seen this vacuum drain truck. It looks like a trash truck, but it has a giant vacuum, black hose. And this is like the third time I've seen it. But they're also affiliated with the city worker, and I'm at the park. So, but I've been driving around. It's the third time I've seen it, but they're probably just working around the area. But I could confuse that for gang stalking, but it's absolutely not, you know? So there's real gang stalking, there's fake gang stalking, okay? That's what we talk about here on this channel. This is the level up from the regular fucking programming that you're going to see in the algorithm. And that's why we're talking about two-man grift situations, okay? So the reason why I brought all of this stuff up is, yeah, if you're a TI, you're listening, you think everything's gang stalking. I'm a perp because I'm talking and, I'm running my mouth, so I have to be possibly a perp. And everyone's a perp. And you don't want to look at the fucking lens of reality and decipher the real gang stalking between coincidences, matrix simulation events, and organized crime harassment. So when I talk about gang stalking, it's not to downplay. I want to talk about the organized human crime aspect of it that affects your fucking life and is detrimental to your fucking personal growth. So the two-man grift, these grifters, they don't talk about that stuff because it doesn't make money for them. So that's the whole point I'm bringing up. We're not looking at this conversation as these people are perps, these two-man grifters. We're looking at it as two independent people that are scumbag shitbags that are privy to gang stalking and find it as, because we want to look at the psychology of how they treat you and how they act towards you and why they do it. They look at it as a fucking cash cow, okay? It's just an opportunity to make money. They're not affiliated with any gang stalking perp activity. They could be, they may be, but we're not looking at that aspect to that as someone pulls into the park. Out of state plate. But and people are allowed to pull into the park, but I'm just gonna fucking observe and make sure they're not gang stalkers because I've been gang stalked. So that's the difference between my channel and another person's channel. I want the truth. I want you to talk about the truth. Okay, it's a person with their little kid. They're not gang stalking me. Well, how do you know? Just because someone shows up, it's not fucking gang stalking. There has to be something that the reason why they gang stalk. And the real gang stalking is when they show up with a pattern. They have a license plate, they have a color, they have something that triggers something in your brain because you're being studied cognitively against your will with scientific research. They have to study you and fucking make your brain go crazy. So when someone pulls up, it doesn't mean they're a gang stalker. But yeah, past people talking about it, yeah, it's happened. It's just not, there's not as many resources as people on YouTube are fucking claiming. So you need to understand that to understand the two-man grift situation. This is the situation with the two-man grift. It's two independent people, financially destitute people, most likely alcoholics, drug addicts, low-income people that may have been dabbling in conspiracies their whole life. They're not really too serious about it whatsoever. May have done some little research here and there, and then they stumbled upon the gang stalking conspiracy. And they thought it's a way to fucking, like I was talking about the Freemasonic satanic ritual abuse fake victims. Like you listen to their story for 10, 20 minutes and you're like, all right, they're fake. Now they have people that donate, they do make money and they make a lot of money. And you could just tell with their stories that they're just completely fucking fake. Like they talk about how they have a Freemasonic family member that abused them as a child. It's a fucking formula. And they pull on the heartstrings of people like Christians, and then they get donations and they say, oh, there's gang stalking is the next step from that conspiracy grift. Okay, it's a grift. Like all of these people are fucking grifters. These conspiracy type of people on the internet, not just gang stalking. Every single one of them is some type of fucking grifter. Okay, it's a way for them. They want to, and we're gonna describe what that means. It doesn't mean they're a scammer that wants to scam you out of thousands of dollars, like complete criminal. These are regular people. We're gonna go into their personality. Okay. So with the gang stalking grifters, this is how it goes, guys. There's a person, like, even I'll use myself as an example. Now I try hard. You obviously see me work out, run. I know I'm not going to be most likely rich, but I'm not giving up. I want to do a business one day. I'm just stagnant right now, so there's no point of trying anything crazy. I need to get a job. So like, I have a tiny bit of ambition. Okay, you can call me a loser or whatever. That's fine. Like, that doesn't really affect me. Now, there's other people that have zero ambition. They're fucking lazy. Okay. They know that their time, like, even when they were 20 and 18 and 19 years old, they're like, I just want to lay around and just like figure out ways to make money. Like, we live in America. Like, there's all these celebrities, there's all these people on TikTok making money. I mean, I wish I could be one of them, but I'm not talented enough. And it's like, I hate working. I fucking hate working, even if it's DoorDash or Lyft. Fuck that. I don't fucking ever want to work. So like, they're like looking, they're just internet head people. They're people that go on browsing the internet. They don't work, right? So one day they stumble upon the gang stalking community. So they're privy to like the Freemasonic SRA, we'll call it SRA, grift. And it was a huge failure. Like, it never really worked out. It was a brand new grift. I saw it start up. It all started around like 2016. I was there, ground zero, watching all these psyops. So basically, sorry, someone just drove by. I'm not looking at them or anything, but they kind of caught me off guard and drove in front of me. I lost train of thought. So basically, there's these people. It came out right before Isaac Cappy, so they're talking about QAnon. It was around that time. So they used the QAnon train because it was getting a lot of views. So anything that gets a lot of views, these people are in the backgrounds. They're just one of the millions of viewers. But in the background, their gears are turning in their head, and they're like, huh, they're like just smart enough to rip people off. They're just smart enough to rip people off. They're not smart enough to be like a drug dealer, a big criminal. There's basically low level American scumbags. We all know them. Fucking no ambition, and they just see like a gravy train, and they figure out some type of way to fucking make money off of it. So with gang stalking, they write books, they pretend to be doctors like Dr. Robert Duncan. And it's a way for someone that's just smart enough to lie to basically come and fucking rip people off and shit like that. So yeah, there's a lot of people pulling up to this park. It's hot as shit. It gives you a level of anxiety. So it's not a good place for TIs to be. And for someone to park at a park every day, like, I've been doing it for these live streams. But yeah. So these grifters, right? There are people that see things like gang stalking. Now they think gang stalking is this big thing. Now usually grifters, once they see that the well is dry, they like pack up shop. They're like gypsies. I'm gonna go ahead and go to a different park. There's more shade, and I'm just gonna talk while I'm driving. Just hold on a second. They're like gypsies. They're, like I said in the beginning, they're lazy. They're low ambition. They're not long term strategic thinkers. Like I said, I'm driving, so when I'm making like critical turns, you'll hear me stop talking. I know it sounds cheesy, lame, whatever. They're stupid drivers, and they like, the one time you slip, they just crash into your car like Final Destination freight train. Like the one time you look down on your phone, like they just can't. It for your TI, oh, it's organized. It's not organized. People are just fucking dumb. They're too dumb to gang stalk. Let me tell you that. And you're gonna learn about how these grifters work. So we're talking about the basic one man grift, the grifter man. Okay. sees a gravy train, sees an opportunity. Lazy will try it out for 6 months, a year, 2 years, depending how lucrative it is, and then sit back, do nothing. If they think of another way to, it's not really a big deal for them. Okay, it's not some big orchestrated perp, like stuff I used to kind of promote, like agent, perp, psyop, crisis. No, it's not that big of a fucking deal. So they come in and they say they're SRA'd by Freemasons at a fucking temple. They don't go into heavy detail. It's a one trick pony. It doesn't really work. People move on to different people that talk about the same thing. And it's just like, that's, there's always some lady that'll give a couple $100. That's all they get. But that's what a grifter is, okay? They're just a normal person. We just have to, because when you listen to TI gang stalking community, it consumes 80 to 90% of your gray matter of your fucking brain with chatter, perp, 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 look, perp, 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 right, perp, 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 look. Dude, I lived through the fucking experience, and that's why I'm so critical of people, even if they are real TIs, that promote that fucking mindset. Like, you fucked my life up, you piece of shit. If you knew that you were lying, if you aren't mentally ill, and you had any conscious effort in lying, like, you're a piece of goddamn shit, dude. Say that from the bottom of my heart. Because that's precious time. See, me, like, people can look at me and be like, you wasted 4 years of your life. Now, I don't think of it as a waste. I would say out of the 4 years, I probably wasted like a year and a half, two, you know? But at that times, all the people watching a King Mansa video, that's fucking energy harvesting right there, man. Now, I don't think he's smart enough or like doing that shit on purpose, but look at his videos he's putting out, man. It's complete. Now it's like you're proving my point. And these perps will do that. You'll make a claim, and I've done this with other people, not just King Mansa. You make a claim about it, and then as a perp, to do it on purpose, they'll come on and they'll fucking do everything you said, like how he did the Adidas when Abe said red and black Adidas, King Mansa, and within the same day he puts that video up. Like, that is stuff perps do. But we're talking about two-man grifts here, so we understand the grift. How do two people get involved in this? Now, when there's two people involved, it's two scumbag friends. They know each other in real life. I'm just telling you what's going on in the TI community. Some of it is perps. Some of it, okay? We're not taking that away, but it's not all of it. So this is a different section of reality, of the real world, of the realm of what's going on with you interacting with these people on YouTube. So my viewers went from 4 to 1 and then back to 4 again. So it's just obviously the viewer count thing is trying to manipulate me to shut up when I'm hitting points. So basically, let's take a second here. How's a two-man grift? Oh, they're two friends from online. No, it doesn't work like that. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it works. It's from studying these fucking pieces of shit that try to delete their videos and fucking go to parks and shit like that. Like, Gangstalking Simulation is a one-man grift. He's a one-man show. I don't know if he's a Gangstalking perp. I honestly don't think he is. I think he's a fake TI. I don't know if he's a perp or affiliated with something, because he's just been on here for so fucking long and he hasn't progressed into anything. It's the same beating drum. So he's maybe a paid to promote gang stalking or something. Absolutely. But two-man grifts. Do they work online? Are they two buddies that know each other from the gang stalking community? No, they have to know each other in real life. Now, there are two people that know about conspiracies, gang stalking, or one introduces the other, right? I found me a nice little shady spot. Cut the car off here. Finish this live stream, drive it home. All right. So here we go, guys. So the two man. Sorry that I couldn't get to my points better. I'm not good at multitasking and like driving home points at the same time because I really want to focus in on this. The two man grift. Why it doesn't work online? Like two people meet from social media. They live in two different states. It's generally two men, but I'm gonna point out two women today. You know, I'm calling names out, man, of who I think. And again, these names I'm calling out this is just opinion through my fucking pattern recognition research. So the two people, sorry for getting sidetracked, ADHD or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't think I have ADHD, but I fucking just got so much to say at one time. And there's so many points when it comes to this topic because I don't talk like this in real life. I don't go off. But when it comes to Gangstalking, you really have to attack all the angles and make sure people understand this shit. So you understand the depth of reality. Because these people that are in these two-man grifts promote Gangstalking. They don't befriend each other online. They ain't two people online doing this shit. This is how it's going. They know each other in real life. They're good friends. They're both interested in gang stalking somehow. One introduces it to the other. They think it's a cool, like they actually do think it's a cool, novel concept, right? They don't believe in it, but they see an opportunity because of the evidence to cash in because it's so easy. Because before, think about the Freemason SRA. There's nothing you can prove. I mean, you can show some pictures of your fucking family member wearing Freemasonic garb if you have it. I mean, there's nothing you can connect and prove. With gang stalking, you can film over the course, King Mesa, years, fucking coincidental shit. Like I'm at the park, and if a lady walked up in a red shirt, I could film it and then act like I seen a million people in red shirts. Look, I get this all day. Oh my goodness, this is like the 100th red shirt I got today. Or you're walking around. These are people that have nothing to do, bro. These are people that are out in the public. They have nothing to do. They don't work 40 hours a week. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They're opportunists. So these two-man grifts, what they're doing, they're volleyballing ideas of how to keep the grift going. See, with the one-man grift, with the SRA shit, you hit a dead end, you hit a wall. Two heads are better than one. Your volume, you can produce, one can be the face like King Mansa, and his cousin, his cameraman, is giving him tips, watching the videos, giving him tips, creating sock accounts to give him 20 likes when he drops a video, saving money here and there to buy him some fake subs. It's easier with two people. Okay. Like you don't need to spend that much fucking money. So pretending to be, maybe for other people, pretending to be trolls on the channel. When they're speaking live, their buddy comes in and trolls them. Look, that troll's back, man. Look, there he is. That's another version of the two-man grift, which I believe what Targeted Patton and his brother are doing. It's one of the main. It just seems like a two-man grift. Like when you have a fake TI and then he's being attacked by another person, doesn't that make them look real? The Food Vibe Nature's Broken Matrix. Two-man grift. Well, I think Broken Matrix is probably one of the more realer targets. I don't like the dude. I make fun of him all the time on the channel, but I still give credit where it's due because there's nothing at stake. I'm not a fake. If someone else is real, I'll fucking say that I think they're fucking real. You know? I mean, or it could be part of an elaborate two-man grift. No, I'm just kidding. But now you have inspiration. You have a meeting place. And think about it. These people aren't like what you get confused, and this is why I brought up the beginning. We're not going back into that, but that's why I brought up all that bullshit in the beginning. When you get into this narrative that the whole program had satellites and NSA and perps and agents and crisis actors, hey, I like that type of stuff. Some of that stuff on a small degree is true. But when you get in that mindset, that's what I'm talking about. The mindset of everything we look at as scope with that, which is by design, you don't think about these little intricate details. of how this stuff, and it can ended up confusing you where you think King Mansa is a big, huge perp with this and that. He very well could be, or he could be running a 2-man grift with his cousin. And he's just obsessed with social media, making money off social media. He sees Kai Sanat. Like, he's that type of person. Dude's a smart guy, talented dude, but he's a little too, like, I don't, not selfish, but I guess narcissistic when it comes to, yeah, I mean, he is kind of narcissistic, let's be honest. Of, oh, I deserve this, I deserve that. I should be in this, I should be like that. We're all like that a little bit, but him, it's a little bit more than the average person. So that's why I'm laser focusing on. He's hoaxing evidence, man. He's not bringing that good content out that he was 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of his content was just like workplace misunderstanding. All he's doing was, and again, he's talking about, like, let's say he has trouble with someone at the workplace, two New York hotheads at a workplace, like fucking, I don't know, trying to fucking outshine each other or whatever, fucking undermining each other. It had nothing to do with gangstalking. And then he'll add in, then he will wed. Then guess what? Someone came in, wed shit, wed. That's what he was doing. He's getting normal life situations of arguments and things that are real, and then he just, with his cousin, they're coming up. He's like, oh yeah, just when you make your videos, just add in red shirts. We'll film some red shirts here in New York, and you introduce tragic magic. It could be a 3-man grift, kind of 3-card Monty situation. And again, it's all to validate each other. They all validate each other. Now let's talk about, I validated a few TIs. I validated, I think Absent Minded Abe is a real target, but I've also gotten into fights with him and fucking we tried to kill each other basically. So it shows we're not connected. We're not running a grift. Like, we're two independent people that, yeah, back in the day I fucking didn't like him. Now I think he's a real target. I used to actually really think he was part, and again, there's still some fucking questions in my mind. There was some times in 2023 where it's just like, how the fuck did you know that shit without having like fucking, he's like on a Young Steel level. Like, these people have fucking like cameras in my house and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or affiliated with those people, instructed to do the tactics. But I mean, it's been very isolated with him, where it could have been coincidental, to be honest. I mean, it could have been a coincidence, but these other people, it's like fucking the volume of the amount of occurrences and the frequency, the mimicking is just phenomenal. Like, New Breeds is horrible. New Breed just is fucking listening to all my videos and literally, he's not making his content based on my videos, but taking talking points and shit like that. Positive Bro says Young Steel is a perp. I mean, as much shit as I've given Absent Minded Abe in the past, like, I have to come to that conclusion that Young Steel is a perp. I mean, he's done I've spoken about that glasses thing. I'm talking about, he used to make content every day. I would come home from work, watch his content, put the glasses on, and he would mirror the glasses I was wearing. I had 2 pairs of glasses. Like I said, the rectangular and the serial killer glass. They're both ugly, so I never wore them in public. So no one's ever seen me wear those glasses in public. I wear contacts. So when I take my contacts out at night, I put the glasses on. And he never wears glasses, and he had identical glasses. Then when I said something about it, he never wore glasses again. Like, bro, and the way he was wearing it and doing it was like fucking perp. Like the classic mimicry, camera in your house, Truman Show, gaslighting shit. Like, I'm not just saying that. It's not like, oh, I wore glasses and he wore different glasses. Bro, identical fucking glasses. And then he would switch them. So one day I wear the rectangles and then the other day I wear the other ones, and he would switch. We got one of these empowered individuals here. Is Two Phones Jones part of of a team? Nah, he's not a grifter. He didn't ask for money. Look at, there's this empowered individual pulling up. A lot of times they know who the real TIs are. I recorded one headlighter the next day. He made a video about it. That's bullshit, dude. That's the bullshit paranoia mindset I'm talking about. Like, my story sounds like paranoia as well, but no, I'm just saying that, like, people wear glasses all the fucking time in their live streams. I'm not accusing anybody of wearing fucking glasses. This dude pulled up and had to park to back in to directly look at me, though. That's how these people act, man. He's an empowered individual, if you know what I mean. His skin color is empowered. He's a king. An ancient fucking king, bro. These people are fucking faggots, dude. I hate that shit. That's why I hate this fucking part of Pennsylvania, dude. I like North Carolina because people don't act like this. Dude, I left one park because people showed up, but they weren't fucking doing anything. I just wanted to, just leave. I go to another one that's fucking completely empty, and a dude pulls up and reverse parks to look at my fucking face and my lips moving and shit. Like, he could have parked anywhere else. He had to park there and shit. Listening to rap music. Like, dude, even cops don't do this shit. Like, goddamn, just ruins the whole fucking vibe of anybody. I guess he's parking in the shade, man. But fucking faggots. I hate fucking the Northeast. The Northeast sucks. I fucking hate the Northeast. That shit was cool in the 90s. Like, New York is a nightmare, bro. Like, if you're from New York, fucking just kill yourself, dude. Seriously. Dude, like, why, son? Why, son? That shit annoying, bro. Why, son? But yeah, I'm packing a bowl and then I'm gonna leave and park somewhere else. That's what this shit used to always fucking happen, bro, because the way this place is set up, it's not like North Carolina. It has nothing really to do with gangstalking. It's just the Northeast is fucking brick and mortar bullshit. Ancient World War II Russia. Weird ass people in this motherfucker, dude. I'm not even mad that he parked because there's shaded spots. So if he would have parked next to me, I wouldn't fucking even care. But the fact that he reversed to see me talking, he's a black dude, so he doesn't fucking care. But I just fucking hate that shit. Shit's so fucking gay, dude. Fucking lame ass shit, bro. And people mistake that for gang stalking. Like, I honestly, there's multiple times that I went to the park where people pulled up and made me uncomfortable, and I still didn't say they were gang stalkers. They ruined the vibe. That's the thing. People ruin vibes. Like, someone could be at a party and say some lame ass jokes and fucking scare a few girls off, like when you're younger. Like, gang stalking, perp. Like, bro, that shit ain't real, dude. I'm parked in a fucking back alley now. But yeah, I want to finish this fucking live stream. Probably get some food at this fucking grocery store and go to the gym. I was gonna get Wendy's, but I get Wendy's because you know what's funny about the targeted Tony ordering and people making fun of him, and it makes me think he's a real target. Like, bro, people used to make fun of the targeted Tony for using apps to order food and then the food being messed up. But I kid you not, I shit you not, the McDonald's app freezes every fucking. You know when you have an Android that says wait, close app. It does that every fucking time, every second. And it's like, it turns you ordering, because I use the deals on there. Like, you get some good ass deals. and it turns you a 5-second order into like fucking 15 minutes. Like you can't do it while you're driving. Like it sounds like you're complaining, but if you did that every day, that is a form of targeting. Think about it. And it's not like you close the app and it starts working. You close the app and it does the same shit. So it's like a time waster, and it's a titrated time waster, and that's what targeting is. And if you can get over that psychologically, like all of your electronics are slower than everyone else's. Like that's a fact. Let's see. And I ain't fucking trying to discourage you, positive, bro. But the reason why I said that one headlight thing is like anybody can talk about one headlight and another TI posts about one headlights. It's like the most universal tactic that anyone's. It's like saying I talked about red shirts and he made a video about red shirts. Like the shit I said is equally as stupid. I'm not biased. Like I'm just saying I would like to see like a video about it. Cause I even took a picture of the fucking and made a community post. I took a picture of my glasses. I took a picture of Young Steel and made a community post, bro. Like I'm not trying to sound corny. I know how lame that sounds, but I proved the stuff I'm talking about. I don't talk about nothing that I can't like show you, dude. 70 to 90% of the stuff I claim, I can show you something. So that's a thing in the TI community that needs to be, it's like treat other people the way you want to be treated type of deal, man. First grade. Anybody can lie. Like anyone can say they fucked 1,000 bitches and it'd be a lie. Like we can't just take people's word. There has to be receipts. You know what I'm saying? I had receipts with the Young Steel thing. And then when I showed it, he stopped doing it. You'll never see him wear glasses again. He has no prescriptions for glasses. So he got glasses for style that mirrored my ugly prescription Zenny glasses that I got for $10. And he doesn't even have prescription. He just got it for style, but they're fucking completely ugly and they mirror mine. Come on, man. Let's go. I have another story about Young Steel. In the very beginning of my targeting, I was listening to Young Steel, and you can hear everything in my apartment out in the hallway. So what they did is the police had a African perp. I forget exactly. It was something to do with what Young Steel did or something that day. But the police had an African perp, and he was wearing a red shirt, and they were like fucking pretending to like a victim. But then he was there the next day, getting his stuff. Like he was still living there the next day. So it was like, I forget, there was some prior to that was like more of a connection, but I can't remember. That's fucking like 4 years ago. So I can't remember. But I forget. He made a video and then that shit happened. It was in the very beginning of my targeting. And it was supposed to represent Young Steel or some shit. I fucking forget. There was so many things that fucking happened. There was things with targeted tone. There was so many fucking things that fucking happened. But anyways, I'm going off topic because that guy fucking ruined my live stream. Like that's black code right there. Like I'm in the park. I'm a black dude. I'm most likely rolling some weed up, smoking weed. Okay, if I'm not playing basketball, you don't just roll up on a person like that. Like even the cops wouldn't do shit like the shit that happens with the citizens. It's more aggressive than cops, whether it's Gangstalking or not. Most likely not. So before he ruined it, we're talking about the two men. He really just fucking pumped all the steam out of the fucking live stream. We're talking about two-man grifts. So these people know each other offline, and they're usually good fucking friends. They're like of multiple years, and they both decide to run some type of fucking grift. Okay, and within that is like an Ocean's 11 type of ordeal where they're like fucking really hyping each other up, and it's gonna be, that's how you know the grift is for the long haul. And that's what I suspect with King Mansa. That's what I suspect with Targeted Patton. Okay. And they're always one dimensional with their targeting. It never progresses because it's part of a grift. Like if you pay attention to real targets outside of myself, right? I don't know who you think is real, but I'm assuming like the same people as me. There's progression, there's ups and downs, there's changes to the fucking story. There's growth within the target. There's spiritual and fucking maturity and growth. When the person's portraying the same shit for 5 years, I think 5 years is, or let's not say five, but 4 to 5 years is the marker point. And there's a new grifter in town. We'll talk about the new grifting couple in town. And then, so the grifter A is two lifelong friends. Ocean's 11 type of ordeal. Growing the channel over a long period of time and asking for donations. So everything leads to donations. Okay, everything always leads to donations or money or making money off of a service right from the jump, from the start. Okay, not relatively from the beginning, because they're grifters. They're gonna work an angle. They're gonna put their story, their testimony. It doesn't cost them anything. They get high. Okay, I'm not trying to sound like a hypocrite, like I'm smoking weed right now, but they get high, like drug high, like crystal meth, crack cocaine, and they they really fall into the role. Like this is what actors do in Hollywood. They're good actors, but when you give them the drugs, it hypes them up more. So you'll see a level of enthusiasm, a level of franticness in how they present their fucking testimony. Now, the next grift is the grifting two TIs that validate each other grift. So it'll be two independent, quote unquote, independent TIs, but they always validate each other. Okay. They never say nothing negative. It's not like there's a friendship and there's a fallout and then whatever. It's always they go online, they have their story, and they come on and validate each other. And basically, oh yeah, I went to his house and yeah, the Gangstalking was real bad. It's those type of situations where they like meet up with each other and they're fucking, and it's just to validate. It makes them seem more valid for the longevity of their channel, and that's what basically all their validation is, through that accreditation from another TI. Okay, so we got the grifter couple. Like, there's this new. I don't know if you guys are paying attention of the Gangstalking algorithm, and this person like watches my content and not necessarily steals my content, but amalgamates stuff they hear from this channel. I have no problem with anyone who whatever, even if you fucking steal some ideas here or concepts and make videos, that doesn't bother me, as long as you ever come back and like, oh yeah, Matrix Decoded, like that guy exists. I watch Matrix Decoded, like yeah, blah blah, or he said this, and that's fine. If you're using my stuff and then you don't have to necessarily give me credit, but at least acknowledge I exist, that's fucking perfectly fine with me. But when you fucking just obsessively watch my channel, I can hear my fucking voice and your voice when you speak, because you're using the same fucking words that I'm using, the same ideas and talking points. It's like I'm listening to my fucking self. I can't really hear my voice. I can hear myself in your voice, what I should be saying. And you basically just, the way you act, how you secretly say things that are from my channel, it's like you're an admirer of the channel, but you'll never acknowledge me. You'll never come and leave a comment. You'll never be like, oh yeah, like, have you guys heard about this Matrix Decoded dude? Like, yeah, I mean, he's like only the guy getting the most views in the community for like a couple years straight. Now there's people that get more views than me, but like, as far as consistent, like I can make a Gangstalking live stream every night and get 100-200 views. That's not impressive, but it's like in the community, in this algorithm, these people are getting like 5-10 views. So it's like, how the fuck am I not sticking out with the graphics, with the thumbnail, with the name, with the way I do my channel? How does no one know who I am, but everyone steals my fucking ideas? That's what I'm trying to get at. So there's this new couple, like they're fucking like a little hippie couple, fucking white couple, young couple and shit, probably in their 30s that are from TikTok. We're seeing the influx of these TikTok fucking fake people. Those are the biggest grifters, the TikTok people. But yeah, if anyone knows who I'm talking about, like I feel like they fit into the grifting category, not necessarily the perping category. I mean, your hucksters of your little tarot decks and your little healing and potions and you know your little affiliate links, just slanging all this stuff left and right. Taking my talking points, taking my ideas, but never mention the old channel Ruski. Yeah, these people, and I don't want credit. I want people shouting me out. I don't want none of that shit. But if you're gonna take my talking points, take my ideas, like yeah, I deserve credit because that way you're ignoring me on purpose so you can steal that idea, scumbag. And I'm not really necessarily accusing these people of doing that, but it's happened a lot. And it can be for the reason that you have a bigger channel and you're just like, I'm not going to sully my name with mentioning your puny little channel, but I'll watch all your content and steal all your ideas. But I won't sully my name though. I'm a royal king in this YouTube streets. I don't know what this lady's doing. Someone just parked in front of me and they're looking at me. Fucking weird ass people, dude. Like at this point, it's like fucking gang stalking. It's like I don't care they're parking in front of me. I'm about to put the camera on their asses, dude. They're wearing shades. They're in another black car. The first person was in a black car. I do get the black car, Lights, camera, action, bitch. See, she just parked right there. I'm in a fucking behind a grocery store right now. And she started fucking looking at me and shit. I mean, that's not even a normal place for anyone to fucking park. Could be hooking up. They're looking around like they're fucking trying to hook up or something. Move somewhere else. I hate this gang stalking simulation shit. Okay, you went to an awkward situation. Leave, faggot. People are fucking weird, dude. Seriously. Hold on a second. Finish this bowl. Talk about some grifters, dude. So their hands are always out, man. They go through a grace period with any type of grifter. They know they're running a grift, and as soon as they ask for money in the beginning, the grift's over. Anytime the jig is up is the biggest thing. And just because the jig's up doesn't mean they're going to delete their channel. They're not going to make videos for a while because they need to re-strategize. Like, this is something they're doing on the side. Like, with the TI community, we get confused into psyops. Okay, no, this is something, the regular people, they just don't do nothing. They do it on the side. I'm about to pull up front, dude. Like, fucking dumb whore. Hate that fucking shit. Northeast vibe killer idiots. I swear. And I'm not judging every place in the fucking Northeast. But I feel like there's vibe killers in the fucking Northeast. They fucking love killing people's vibes, dude. Like, you don't get that shit in Florida or Cali. I don't necessarily like people from Cali, but they don't try to kill your fucking vibe. Like, golly. It's like, dude, I'm parking in the back of parking lots. Like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, there's no reason for anyone to park near me. Go away. I could be talking to a girl right now, and I don't want other people like pulling up in front of me and acting weird. Like, it's that simulation kind of tracking, stalking. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. You guys are like not looking at me, but listening to me like, oh man, what's up with you? That lady just pulled up. No, the way she pulled up, she like was giggling, looking left and right frantically, like fucking looking at me, staring. She didn't just park up. It was a weird situation. But again, didn't call it gang stalking. But going back to these grifting situations, man. So they don't start out in the beginning asking for money. Like, let's use myself as an example here, because I'm probably gonna end up growing the channel, seeing how far it can go, and then deleting it. So seeing if it's something, just as an experiment. And I'll come back and teach you how to make money and shit off YouTube as well. Like, I shouldn't fucking have to. I really don't have to at all. But I'll fucking just, I don't even need to be that fucking transparent. But I feel like to keep it a secret is just fucked up, though. Just to keep it a fucking secret. Like, you don't get the real information on how to make money on YouTube, man. You get a bunch of fluff, some fucking edited video, and some dude fucking with ads, and he's turned his video into like some ad-friendly little thing where he's sponsored. No, when I do stuff for free, I get people that fucking attack my channel, try to delete it, and then say I'm the perp. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, be fucking grateful, not for me, but anybody, especially with these Gen Z, these Z-tards. These Gen Z fucking tards, dude. Logan Paul fucking mouth drooling, views on TikTok, idiots. Be grateful when someone fucking helps you. These people are fucking having a crisis. They're getting older. It's fucking hilarious watching these Gen Z people get old and shit. And they're like, wait, TikTok is lame. It's like, yeah, the internet's lame, bro. I understand using the internet, but the internet as like a fucking cool place outside of high school is stupid. Like, those days are over. It's that wild west day of the internet. Social media is over. It's not that good. What? So like, when someone shows you how to make money, which none of them show you how to make money, bro. These people are making like $50,000 a day on Snapchat, and they're just like, yeah, bro. I just have a Snapchat and I just fucking take pictures, bro. No, you don't. What are you doing? You're paying for a marketing team. Which one, bro? Logan Paul, bro. KSI, bro. I shall speak, bro. Casanova, bro. It's like, yeah, I hate all those guys. They all suck. No, bro. Millions of views. Hired again. Sponsorships, marketing. It's all fake. But anyways, those people are grifters as well, man. That's why I fucking call them out and let me expose them. Let me expose these Gen Z grifters. Stop hating on me. Stop hating on the real. How's that sound? Doesn't have to do with me. Does anyone doing real shit? Stop hating. Why does there always gotta be resistance when someone's trying to do stuff for the greater good? Always got to be some fucking NPC knuckleheads that stand in your fucking way. But you never expose. There's always all these people trying to expose me, right? Why isn't anyone exposing King Mansa? Grifting for years. If he has a cousin that has 10 sock accounts and he has sock accounts, he's obviously thumbing up his own videos. There's obviously regular people that do it too. But because I watch him put a video up and get 20 thumbs up within an hour, it doesn't even make sense on like 40 views. It's not me hating. I'm just saying no one's that loyal of a subscriber. Like, come on, man. Videos suck anyways. But that's what these grifters do, man. They're long term. They don't start off in the beginning and ask for money, but money is always going to be some. Whether it's tarot card readings, fucking Gangstalking donations, it's just like money. Now, these people doing tarot card readings. Let's talk about these people. These people are real grifters. They're witches that are doing money spells. Okay, I'm not gonna go into details. I don't know nothing about it, but these spells that fucking can make people like, you're a normal person, and then you get woozy in the head. You watch a video, and now you're donating $50 to a witch because they did a money spell. Like, that stuff is real. I don't know the scientific dynamic and all that shit to it, but that stuff is fucking real, and that's what they're doing. They're pretending to be targets. If someone was just doing that as a tarot crystal ball reader, psychic, who cares? But they're pretending to be persecuted, to find persecuted people, to put them in a lower frequency, and they have superior psychic abilities to put you in a daze, to drain your bank account as a TI. And they do it in the name of Jesus Christ. Like, that's the type of level of grifting we're dealing with. It is occult witch grifting. Eastern Star is grifting. Tarot card readers, they're all Eastern Star. They're all occultist. And then we have Oprah Winfrey over there on the West Coast. My talking has dropped by 80%. Just Oprah. First, she's a Christian. Not that fucking matters. Like, if you were just, this is my thing, man. I used to not like witches and Satanists, but I actually have a respect. If you come online and you're a fucking Satan, you're just open and honest. It's your right. It's your freedom. Now, if you're pretending to be a Christian, this two-faced mask bullshit. Oh, I figured out that Christianity sucks. Like, God and Jesus, they're not that great. I mean, oh man, this witchcraft, this crystal ball, this is where it's at. Come on, man. You think I'm dumb? This motherfucker said, what's bad about the Eastern Star? They're fucking satanic child abusing witches that fucking sacrifice their family members for life insurance policies. Have you not been paying attention to the channel? All of their children are homosexual, gay, because they've been abused as children, and they brainwash the people that is part of some type of ritual to become enlightened. And then those people grow up and they join these fraternities and sororities, and they start doing whatever, like anal penetration and fucking just basically graping people and stuff with like wooden baseball bats and just fucking fragmenting people's minds and fucking destroying their fucking morality. That's what's bad about it. Like, it's just obvious. That's obviously a psychic reading research. It's not that difficult to figure out that's what they're doing. It's sodomy. They're using sodomy as a ritual to brainwash people. So it'll be a normal person, and then you sodomize them, and now they're this like evil little fraternity brat, and their lives are good because you did that. Like, if you do this sodomy, then your life is good. Like, it's gonna, you're gonna be traumatized, but we're gonna guarantee that you're in the fraternity and you're always gonna have a good job. Like, that's a guarantee. Just keep your mouth shut. You do these rituals. That's why these fraternity dudes all fruity and shit like that. So, yeah, that's pretty suspect that you ask a question like that. Like, these people worship Satan and Lucifer. Like, anyone promoting that stuff is not bad as part of it. We're not blaming those people for everything, because there's things with the church that's obviously Catholic Church being involved in human trafficking and all this type of nonsense. So we're not claiming one group is better, or everyone has the freedom to do what the fuck they want. But if you're coming on here like, oh, the Satanists are that bad, Christians are the bad ones. Nah. We know what type of person you are, man. But I'm wrapping this shit up. He said everyone in a fraternity don't got a good job. They have connections. He said everyone in a fraternity don't got. They have a better job than I do. That's a guaranteed fact. They ain't doing DoorDash. Shit. Those motherfuckers stay fly. Acuras, fresh Cadillacs. Yeah, I mean, Wendy's every day. Every meal is like a high-end fast food meal, $15 meal from Popeyes. They get their little allowance card, their little black allowance card. They're the most privileged pieces of shit. And the darker they are, the worse they are. And this has nothing to do outside of the fraternity. This is not judgment, anything on race. The darker the fraternity person is, the more privileged they are, like living off the land, bro. And we're not talking welfare. We're talking like all types of government scams and connections to make thousands a month doing nothing, pretty much. Driving nice vehicles around. There's obviously ones that are doctors and nurses and stuff. We're not talking about them. We're talking about the gang stalking ones. We're not talking about the smart, successful fraternity ones. The gang stalking ones. They have a connection where it's like, if there's someone on welfare abusing the system, they're not living that good. Like, they're getting free shit. These people are above that. They have some type of benefits package. You know what I mean? Like, they're tapped into something where they're getting thousands of free money a month. tax-free, some type of secret, and then they keep it away from the other black members of society struggling. That's why we call out the boule over here, you know. I'm not saying that only fraternity members are gang stalking. I'm saying for my target, them and the illegal Hispanics. And I've actually figured out KEK because I actually did more research into KEK. KEK stands for Kekchi. That's a fucking Guatemalan language. And the people harassing me were from Honduras and Guatemala through the illegal immigration, human trafficking, United States sponsored program. Okay. So that's an even another reason for them to use KEK to identify these license plates. Oh, that's an illegal immigrant, but don't pull them over because they're part of Kekchi, Operation Kekchi. You know, like just one little facet to think about. Probably not true, but this dude said I'm in a fraternity, and yeah, you're a gang stalker. Anybody that's in a fraternity that's in my chat after posting that Drewski video is playing cover-up games. So yeah, you're a Freemasonic little gang stalker. I'm sure you're gonna remote view later into my fucking house. Open a life insurance policy on my whole family. You know the deal, man. You know the deal, man. When it come to gang stalking, it don't mean nothing. So if you're in a fraternity, you really think you're being gang stalked if you're in a fraternity? Wouldn't you go to your fraternity brothers for solace? Wouldn't that be the first common sense thing? Wouldn't your fraternity brothers bring awareness to gang stalking? We're just going over. I'm not speaking specific. Like if any fraternity member, isn't it Fraternal Order of Police? Isn't that the name of it? Fraternal Order of Police? So it doesn't make sense. I mean, you claim to be gang stalk. You came in my chat. That's a fact that you can't claim in here and claim that, but I doubt it. That a fraternity member is being gang stalked. That doesn't make sense. Because they go over targeted individuals. If you're part of a fraternity, you're part of a group. You're part of an empowered group where you have backing. So it's just like having a Freemason come on here. I'm a TI, but I'm a Freemason. I mean, I go to the rituals every week. You see how that works out? You just call yourself out. You're here because you saw the Drewski video and you're running interference. You're probably talking in your background to your brothers. You're like, oh my mama, oh my hood. You know, you guys meet up, you do a hand stomp, stomp, clap, stomp, clap. Stomp, clap, stomp, clap, stomp, clap, clap, stomp, clap, stomp, alpha, kappa, gamma, you motherfucker. These motherfuckers do this crazy ass fucking dance, learning their fucking frat. We been targeted together, all for one and one for all. That's not how targeting works. And I'm out of here. I gotta go to the gym. Frat brother, my brother, stay strong, my brother. Because are you a brother? Oh, but it's people in the military, right? It's not the frat people. Are you an empowered brother? Did your brothers give you power? Like, bro, why don't you fucking spill the beans about all this shit? Why am I the one disclosing information? Why are you running interference? Are you empowered? Are you part of that black guy that followed me to the park in the black car earlier that fucking I was just talking about? That probably was part of that shit because those people do have black cars. He was listening to like Mos Def. Bro, I saw this Drewski because I've been doing research into Drewski, and I you know what it is? I did have a psychic reading because I thought he was unfunny. Nah, he's actually fucking funny as shit. But what happened to him was, I'm gonna tell you what happened to him. We're gonna do a whole live stream on it. I think he got turned out. Like I could just tell. There's like a way a man walks where like they walk like a man one day and then the next day just they don't walk right. Like they walking like they squeezing. Like Jay-Z has the same walk. And there's been rumors about Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? His own boy, Jazzo, said he's with the shits. So Jay-Z's one of these black occult members. But nah, like the way you can tell, like it'll be a normal dude, and then when they get turned out by these black producers or whatever, it's like they walking like they pinching a penny in their butt cheek or something. You can tell their legs are always close together. Like they went through some rituals, you know what I'm saying? Some backdoor rituals. Like they walking like a normal everyday Jack one day, and then the next day they're pinching Abraham Lincoln penny between their butt cheeks. Is how they're walking, dude. Their man who got taken. That's what happened to Drewski. Like I think he was probably like a decent dude until he ran into Diddy. I think he got diddied out. Like I think he's protected from these trials. There's certain celebrities that are protected that they're not releasing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm gonna do a whole live stream of the Diddy thing, but I gotta get out of here.